What's up, everybody? We are back. Welcome to Late Breakfast. I'm Taurian B.
I'm First Class Regg.
What's up, guys? Reg, how you doing today?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm good. How are you?
I'm feeling good, man. We got a new Kanye West album on the horizon.
Bro, are we actually gonna get it on time?
Nah, of course not.
You know, that's the fun part though, right?
Yeah, that's the fun part, yeah.
Kanye releases, it kind of push you through in the blender with him. Like it's just a whole creative process we get to witness whether we want to or not.
Right. So with the build up to Donda 2, Kanye's going through a very public divorce.
Yeah.
He has made more enemies. Pete Davidson is his ops. Lauren Michaels from Saturday Night Live. Him and Kid Cudi, but I think they made up.
I think he's trying to make up with Kid Cudi.
Yeah, I think like they're so intertwined and they have so many mutual friends. I feel like I could be wrong, but like I think Cudi knows like this dude's a dickhead. This dude's an idiot. Like I think that they're that good of friends where it's just like this just I can't stand this guy. But whatever.
That's so fucked up of Kanye. Like
yeah,
because it's just this pattern that he has of fucking people over publicly and then apologizing behind the scenes, and then they're good again. It's just like, bro.
And it's manipulative too because I mean, I forget what interview it is that he did, and he pretty much said like he knows that people can't stay mad at him.
Oh, okay.
He said that, and I also think like he said, I've everybody's mad. My girl's mad at me for doing like I everything that he's been posting on Instagram. I read all them shits. So what he said was, and it. Like, all right, I get it, but like he basically said, Kid Cudi always said it was me and him against the world. Like it was always me and him, ride or die. So I just assumed that he will be my friend in this time. But it's kind of immature to feel that way, especially like when Jay-Z and Nas were going at it. You put Nas on late registration. When Pusha and Drake were going at it, you asked Pusha, hey, can you not be in the studio or around when Drake comes? So you have to leave like the day prior and stuff like that.
Well, I don't know. The late registration thing is different because I think that's at the tail end because I think they had made up at that time and it just wasn't public yet. Because
you might be right about that.
Because even with the placement of those tracks, like
Diamonds was right after it, wasn't it?
Right after We Major, the Diamonds remix. So everybody was like, and then I remember like a few months later was I Declare War.
Okay. Okay. I'll give it that. But like it's been plenty of times where oh shit! When Jay and Dame, like it's always something where like Kanye kind of like does things that like work out in his favor or whatever like that, or like he's like, yo, I ain't about beef. It's just kind of like whatever works best for him. So like
the Rock split, he technically should have went with Dame.
Yeah, absolutely. In the Genius Part 1 documentary shows that, right? So it's a lot of things that like he does where it's just like, all right, man, but one thing that he announced that, kind of piqued me and Regg's interest is him releasing his album Donda 2 exclusively on his new stem player. So his new stem player is a small device that costs $200, and it's literally like what it called, like it does literally what a stem player would do. Like you can add or remove like
vocals, drums,
a drum, a snare, anything. Add, replace, remove, right? And it's Bluetooth. It connects to your phone onto an app, and like you can listen to the music right there, right? He basically axed his $100 million deal that he has with Apple Music, and like we saw like what he did with the first release of Donda.
I didn't know. So I was curious about that number. Where did that $100 million number come from?
I'm not sure. I guess it was just like in the report. And you know what? If I'm not mistaken, I think no, Kanye didn't say the specifics of the number. He didn't. But I think that it's just like it was reported because like I mean the people that said they got blue checks, so I just believe them. But I just think that with Kanye, like he's a futurist. And a futurist is a person that kind of like thinks like ahead and thinks of like what's next. Like Kanye was one of the first artists to say like, "Yo, CDs are obsolete." Like he did with the Yeezus album was like that's why he gave no cover. He was like, "You're not CD players won't even exist anymore. None of this is important, right?" So I honestly just think that for Kanye, he's like, "Yo, artists ain't getting shit from their music royalties. At least with me making a stem player, you buy the stem player one time." And then you can go and purchase my project and it'll be on here. Now, there's a twist and a loophole to this that I think is pretty interesting. He said on streaming services his music won't be there.
Yeah.
Do you think that his music will be able to be sold on like Amazon and iTunes?
I think initially, okay, so we got to think back with Kanye. Initially, this is the plan. This is the plan to drive sales, and I feel very strongly about this prediction, ladies and gentlemen. Initially, this is the plan that he's rolling out. That he wants to say that the stem player is going to be the only source that people can hear Donda because he wants to drive up sales for it. But I don't think he's going to keep it limited to that. I think maybe a few months later, he's going to release it.
Weeks.
He's going to release it on all platforms just like he did with Life of Pablo. Life of Pablo came out and it was a Tidal exclusive. And I remember him tweeting out, it's only going to be on Tidal. So what did that do for Tidal? Got mad new subscribers, mad new people signed up for Tidal because they thought, like, damn, Kanye's album is just locked into this app.
Right. And we believed that because Beyonce did that for a long time. So we just was like, all right, cool.
So it was like, okay. So people signed up to Tidal. I was already on. So I was like, I'm going to just wait this out, whatever. And then, was it weeks or a month or so?
Like I wanted 3 weeks.
It started popping up slowly. I know it didn't go on all the DSPs at the same time. It went on like Spotify, then it went on Apple Music. I think Apple Music was the last one to get it.
Yeah.
But that was a rollout. I think that's exactly what he's doing with the stem player.
I believe that. Like at first when he said like, yeah, we have 60,000 stem players made, I was like, what the fuck, Kanye West? But he said we're making 3,000 a day, and we're going to ship them out. Like what he's doing, and it's like it sucks because it's like as the masses, like we want it now. Like remember when we were in South by Southwest and we were eating lunch and that lady was complaining that why Beyonce's album was only on Tidal, and I was trying to explain it to her.
Oh yeah. She was, I have a gif of that. She was sitting like this, like, yeah, explain it. And Taurian was trying to explain to this girl, like, yo, like it's locked into that. I mean, her husband has a platform that's what it's on.
Yeah, so I just think that fans, they're just like, I don't care about putting more money in your pocket and everything like that, but essentially Kanye is possibly helping other artists, and it's really funny because like I think this is following the narrative. Ryan Leslie did something similar already, right? So I think it's pretty funny that like these are two men who kind of think like as futurists and things in the future, and Kanye's doing like I think he's doing it again to Ryan Leslie. He just always fucking just taking shit from poor Ryan, man. I
think, and Ryan Leslie's whole thing is he makes an album, and to buy it, you gotta text a number.
Yeah, you gotta text a number.
You text a number because I think for him it was a way to cut out the other outsources and just be like, well, if you fuck with my music, you will make the effort to get it.
Right. And I think that's how Kanye feels too. It's just that he's one of the biggest artists in the world. But I do definitely think like he's doing that. And I don't know if you saw it, but he texts Soulja Boy.
Yeah, I saw.
And he starts a conversation off by saying, don't say nothing about my wife. Don't talk about my wife. And then Soulja Boy responds, nigga, fuck you.
Yeah.
Who the fuck you think you is? And
I say what the fuck I want. Go get your bitch back. And Kanye goes, yo, I gotta send you this stem player.
I want you to be on this album.
I want you to be on this
album. You made YouTube. And then, if I don't know, you saw afterwards on the story, like, Soulja Boy was like, me and Kanye, that's how we play. Like, we gonna get this worked out. Don't worry about it.
It's this clout chasing thing when Kanye texts people. That happens that I just wish would stop. Where people rush to publish whatever they text exchanges with Kanye. They rush to go share it.
Yeah, and so does Kanye. Kanye
does too.
I think it's also and kind of funny because remember at one point Kanye didn't even have a phone.
Yeah,
That's why. That's the only reason why French Montana didn't sound like good music.
Yeah. Same. Agreed. That's true. I think. You know what's crazy about all this? I just thought about this the other day. Before when they started, when they were about to roll out Donda 2, when he first announced it, he said, I don't even have a phone. My only focus is finishing this album.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't even have a phone. He went on Drink Champs and he talked about how minimal his whole lifestyle was now and how he wasn't gonna have a phone. He barely has any clothes. He doesn't have anywhere to live. He's kind of just roaming and just figuring shit out, which I thought was a really like interesting way for a newly confirmed billionaire to live, right? But he was just chilling and he seemed at peace. And fast forward to now, and this nigga can't stay off his phone. He can't stay off his phone. He's sharing erratic shit, posting, deleting. But that's neither here nor there. When it comes to the STEM player, I think it's going to be something that changes the game.
Yeah, this is also my theory that Kanye West has plans to become like an evil, like comic book villain. I think he literally wants to be like Doctor Doom, like where Doctor Doom has like his own area of the world, Levitra, and like he just wants everybody. He wants everybody in Donda or Yeezy clothes. He wants to make furniture. He wants to make toothbrushes. He wants to just design school uniform. Like he just wants he just thinks that he should style the world. Mm-hmm. And like he just has like the best taste. And the way it's looking right now, like he's actually like getting pretty far with that shit. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean Kanye, if it's one thing we learned from Kanye, especially with seeing part 1 of this doc, when he's passionate about some shit and getting it going, it's gonna happen. One way or another, it's gonna happen. And we don't have many visionaries like that. Right. That just will tell you straight up, like, however you feel about it, 10, 20 years ahead of time, like, yo, this is what I'm on. And then you see it come to fruition, and he's not shocked by it because he's like, yo, I told you. You know?
So, what do you think? What are you thinking to expect from Donda 2? And it's executive produced by Future. Mm-hmm. What are you expecting?
I'm expecting a lot of airing out of things that we probably didn't want to know, and with him and Kim. Probably more Pete Davidson beat disses. He's leaning into that because he got Future with him to help fuel that fire. And also I think, regardless of how the album started, he probably fueled the fire like crazy in the early process of it. Mm-hmm. But we know how Kanye is and how he works to the last minute. I think that album, like 2 weeks ago, was probably the most toxic it was ever gonna be. Mm-hmm. And then up until this point, he probably feels a little different about some things, and he went and changed some things. So I agree. I'm curious to see how that's gonna play out. And I just, even watching this documentary, the more I watch the documentary, because I've watched it 3 times already, the more I watched it, the more I'm like, damn, this album really shouldn't be called Donda 2.
Right, yeah, he should.
It shouldn't have any association with his mom. Like, going down the path that he's going, and seeing how his mom was, and his mom, I don't know, who knows? Because his mom, he knows his mom more than I know her, obviously.
Right. And I also think that his mom was 100% supportive of him. Mm-hmm. I don't think things would be going the way that they're going right now if his mom was still around. But I do think that like she would be taking his side on things. Yeah. But it probably things wouldn't come off so erratic with how he's going about things, especially how he's treating Kim and stuff like that.
Yeah, his mom was his biggest fan. Like anything he said, remember, and even to go into the documentary, I hope y'all watched it that are listening, but to go into the documentary of her just sharing her excitement and just talking about like when she was like, I wish you would do that song.
That was so dope.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was
like
dope.
She referenced his lyrics like, damn, but you never did it. And then he started rapping it and they rapped it together. She's like, yeah, I really like that one. And then it was like chilling when she was so like fascinated by his necklace. She was like, "Yo,
Yeah.
this is so nice, like because you need angels watching over you."
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn."
That's why, like, most of our
Yeah.
moms will be like, "Why would you spend all this money?"
Yeah. And
I
it's
think that's
just
dope.
double entendre like that. She's that person watching over him now.
Right,
So
yeah.
like, it's just like, wow, man, that was a special relationship. But I am curious to see what we get from this album. I know it's gonna be toxic. There's Future. I know there's gonna be some pain in it. There's gonna be some great singles. Even from the little snippet that he played, it sounded incomplete because he has a lot of records like that where he's not even saying words. It's just like mumbles. It sounded incomplete, but I'm curious to see where that goes. I'm curious about the features. They posted a record. I mean, photo with Jack Harlow. He's been hanging out with Game. He's been hanging out with Game a lot.
Game, Jack Harlow, and Nori. I wonder if he got Nori to rap.
I'm curious about that. Even if Nori is just talking on the album, that'd be dope.
That'd be I think that'd be cool.
That'd be dope. So like, yeah, man, I'm curious. I'm excited. He was hanging out with Siegel too.
Yeah, with Beans.
Yeah, so who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? I don't know. There's gonna be a million fucking credits on this album. I know that.
Oh,
Fabio
yeah. Oh, my God.
is like his new bestie.
Yeah.
So
He always finds a new one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think we can wrap it up. We talked enough about Donda 2 and this
yeah, man.
player.
We'll see when it drops.
All
We'll
right.
see.
Well, I'm Taurian B.
I'm First Class Reg.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.